Yo, 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 welcome to the A&B Mobcast. It's your boy AD.
It's your boy Bruce, and we back at it. How you feeling, boy? How's life treating you?
Not you.
I'm doing pretty good, bro. I'm doing pretty good. How was your weekend?
Pretty good. I went to the Kanye concert last night.
I heard Kanye was in Tampa. I heard y'all turning up down there with Kanye.
Yeah, he brought
How
out
was
Kodak.
that?
It was cool. I got to connect, man. Whenever there's concerts here, get them free tickets and we slide out.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't pay for concerts. It's my second one. Chris Brown was a pretty dope concert. That was my first concert, and I think it's tough to top Chris Brown, bro.
You got to clarify, not the Chris Brown and Usher one that's on tour right now, but the previous
the one from
Chris.
the Breezy
Okay.
Bowl, the Breezy Bowl. So
Gotcha.
my very first concert was the Breezy Bowl. I enjoyed it. I was talking to my god sister earlier, and I'm not a concert connoisseur, so I don't know what to compare them to. But I think Breezy concert is very tough to like top, bro. Like he'll perform a choreography.
I was about to say, what was it about the concert?
Like
Because I've never been to a concert.
Listen, bro, he flying all over the place, zip line across the damn stadium, choreography. He brings props on stage. He brings people on stage. He has his outfits that change and the colors be all over the place and coordinated with the set. And then, a decent catalog. So that was a pretty good concert for my first one.
So what was the Kanye like?
Kanye, they formed this big globe that looked like the world. And then they just light it up with the world. It's the world, and it's just spinning most of the time. And they may make it black and white. They may make it, blue, like the water, and just the shape of an earth.
That's it.
He just standing on top of it.
And he performed in that one spot
the whole time. He walk around the little globe. He stand up there. He go back down, change, come back up, walk around, go back down, change. He just standing on the globe.
How long was that concert? How long were y'all out there?
It was supposed to start at 8. He didn't come out to 9, and it was done by like 11:15, 11:30. So 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Okay. Was it a particular catalog that he leaned heavy into? Like, was it a particular album?
He went back to old stuff, new stuff, a little bit of everything. You had Good Life. You had Champion. He played a lot of the dark new songs. He played. Oh, his daughter performed her song. He brought up Northwest, and then Kodak came out and did 2 songs. My Kanye catalog ain't as big. I did recognize maybe, say if he had 20 songs, 17 out of 20. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was decent. It was decent, bro. I don't think nothing messing with Chris Brown right now, but I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? Out of 2 concerts, I don't know how they supposed to be.
Yeah, I've never been to a concert, so that's 2 more than I've ever been to. Never.
So you like me?
Yeah, I've never been to a concert. I mean, I don't know. I think I get the whole experience thing, but my thing is, I catch the YouTube clips, I'll catch the Instagram clips, I'll catch.
Bro, you boring, bro. You sound like me, bro. You gotta get out, bro. You boring.
But I'm also not like a music connoisseur like most people are music connoisseurs.
I'm not either, bro. I got 5 artists. I listen to the same song. My people tell me all the time, bro. I listen to the same song over and over and sped up at that. So
yeah, like if there's any artist that I would consider checking them out on tours, probably gonna be J. Cole and Lil Wayne.
Well, J. Cole, I think we get the J. Cole coming. Lil Wayne, I wouldn't do a Lil Wayne now. Maybe back in the day, the Lil Wayne now.
Lil Wayne got a crazy.
I'm talking about
catalog.
that auto tune and all the new type of music he make. They say his concerts don't be all that. It ain't like back in the day, the Carter and all them type albums.
Yeah.
It's a lot of this yelling and rocking, auto tune stuff on the mic, live band stuff where the song don't sound the same. Mm-hmm. It ain't the same, from what I heard.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the only 2 people I'd probably consider seeing in concert. Well, sometimes I look at these ticket prices, because even with like Usher and Chris Brown, I was looking at the ticket prices for Houston.
$3.99.
They come into Houston in October, I think, either October or November.
What, they going for $500,000?
$700.
See, I can't see myself paying for it. That's why both of these concerts done been for the free $99.
How good seats too. How you getting free? Is it vendors and stuff like that?
Nah, my frat brother. He plugged in. I ain't gonna put the name out there, but he plugged in, and every time it's a concert at the Buck Stadium,
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm on the list, baby.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and we could be getting like VIP seats and all that.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Shout out to Connections, man. But yeah, I'm not paying $700 for anything. But then again, it's two legends, so it's worth it. It's just not something I'm willing to pay for.
You know what I paid for the Breezy Bowl?
How much?
$35 a part.
That's it?
That's it. That's it.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up.
I got 2 good concerts in me under 100.
Yeah. How was the crowd engagement though? Was the crowd pretty engaged and everything?
Kanye, bro, it was some people sitting in front of us. They sung every single song, bro. This girl was lit. I ain't gonna lie, I rock with it because like you could tell they passionate about it and they was, you know what I'm saying, vibing. And then there was this other dude who knew every single word, and the lady he was with, she was recording, he was hype. You know, fans coming together, you know, the camaraderie. Yeah. Black, white, everybody just there for the music. So it was a cool little vibe.
One of my boys, he lives here in Houston. His people flight attendant background, so he travels for free. He actually flew down to Tampa for the Kanye concert. So he's a big Kanye fan. I feel like Kanye fans got a love-hate relationship with him though, man.
Nah, whoever was out there, they loved him.
Yeah, sometimes it feel like they attacking them. Sometimes it feel like they praising them, man. It's weird.
Now, I think there was a consensus that a lot of people don't agree with his political views and you know, the outlash, all the things he's been doing lately. But I think when it came to like his music and being there, everybody was at that bit.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. I'm glad y'all had a good time, man. Sounds like fun. I may need to check out a concert, bro.
Yeah, we gonna go, bro. Bring you to a concert, bro.
Yeah, man. Besides that, bro, this was a week, bro. There's a lot going on in the world, in the news. We can start with sports, man.
NBA draft, baby. So NBA draft for this week, round 1 and round 2. For those who didn't tune in, top 3 picks. This was the first year I think, like the analysts got it right. Like the very first, like few picks, like. There's always like who will go 1, who will go 2, who will go 3. You know, you'll get them in order or out of order by like 1 off. Yeah. But like, AJ DeBonsta went to Washington Wizards. So he went number 1, and Darren Peterson went number 2 at KU. From KU, he went to Utah Jazz, and then Cameron Boozer, the Boozer twin, went to the Grizzlies.
And I saw the Grizzlies made a big move today. They shipped John Morant out of there. They got John Morant in Portland right now.
Whoa, I didn't see that one come through. But
that just happened a couple hours ago. So John Morant just got traded to Portland Trail Blazers for 2 picks in the first rounder. And it wasn't like 2 major guys. And I'm like, most people are on Twitter right now saying they don't really like it, but I'm not against it, bro. I think Portland made a deep run with the guys that they had on their roster. Well, I'm not going to say deep run, but nobody expected them to give OKC the fight that they gave OKC in the first round of the playoffs. So when you consider that and consider the fact that they did that without Damian Lillard, and you're going to add Ja Morant to that mix, I don't know, man. It's looking promising in Portland, bro. What you think about that?
I think the same few teams that was stacked with these young boys, as long as they continue to build or keep key pieces around, they're going to be contending for a good amount of years. Like Spurs, if they keep that core, OKC, of course, we know the story of their injuries this year. Yeah. All those type of things, like they just need to keep certain pieces. One of the big moves was LaMelo Ball over there with Ant-Man now.
Yeah.
You know, they was in the same draft, 1 and 3 in the same draft. So
what 2 of the top 3 picks.
I initially I don't like it because it's gonna be exciting. When you dig into the weeds of things, both of them have major shoe contracts deals. Both of them have a big influence in the youth. Yeah. Both of them are pretty much it's 2 superstars on one franchise, like two how do I
you said it's too much star power?
It's too much star power.
Too much primary ball handling on the same court at the same time.
But I'm saying like prima donnas of their teams. Like it ain't just like the gameplay, but the personalities. Like Ant is a big personality. LaMelo is a big personality. I think it's gonna take away from one of them. I think that is Ant's team, but LaMelo probably get in to fit in. But I think he gonna get him his style of play. To me is just like more street ball, like more up and down. Memphis need like another scorer, person that can go get a bucket for sure. But
you said Memphis, you mean Minnesota?
You know what I meant. Minnesota. I'm sorry. Minnesota needs that another person that can get a bucket. Because you remember Ant was getting double teamed a lot. But then they ship away Nas Reed.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be interesting, bro. I mean, they're gonna be a high scoring team with them two.
Yeah, I like this trade, man. I think Minnesota has, over the past few years, they have consistently made playoff runs. And it's so crazy because they're beating heavyweights in their division and they're in the West. So for them to find themselves in the playoff and actually competing with some great other competition in their division, it goes to show that they were just missing one or two pieces, and I think those pieces were centered around scoring, right? So I like the move because at the end of the day, when you have somebody like Ant-Man off, it felt like they weren't getting any offense anywhere else.
But when you saying that, it's like it's attention upon. I was gonna bring that up. If Ant is out, of course they shouldn't. LaMelo gonna be there to score. But when they both in, we got to see how they play together, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, it's gonna. So you have 82 games to mesh.
And then one of them don't play no defense.
You have 82 games to mesh. I'm not really worried about that. It kind of like remind me where LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh got together, right? Those are three men that were primary when they were by themselves. But they were able to mesh within, I'd say, the first 35 games. So I think they'll figure it out.
Let's bring that up. They say that was a fail to win 2 championships out of 4. That was a fail 50%. For them. Yeah,
they went to four finals. No,
and they really only won 1. I'm a Maverick.
No.
I'm a Maverick. We beat them in 11, so we nipped that in the butt. Dirk got them up out of there. What year was that year when Ray Allen hit that shot when the Spurs trophy was being rolled out?
That
13,
12.
That
was the year after.
That year. They locked up, bro. That they weren't supposed to win that year, and then you give them the 13 year, and then they lost the year after that. So really, one of them years, bro. They got 2, but 2 out of 4 that was a failure.
But
for them 3.
By virtue of that mentality, you gonna discredit the New York Knicks championship because New York Knicks was down 70% of the playoffs. Like they were literally in a deficit 70% of the playoffs.
No, I'm talking about
they won 3 games last minute. Literally.
There was not one time where that trophy was rolled out at the court, ready to go ahead and present. They had the shirts, the hats, and everything to present. And then that rim came off, Bosh kicked it out, and that shot went in. Yeah, I ain't gonna go that far, but Knicks actually, they closed those games. That one game, bro, that changed the whole trajectory. That was crazy. But we don't get into the weeds of that. 2 out of 4, 50%, and it is what it is. But yeah,
I like the Carmelo. Not the Carmelo. I like the LaMelo Ball trade. I think it gives Minnesota another aspect of instant offense, and that's what they've been missing. To be honest with you, I think they've definitely been missing that instant offense.
Man, how was that bench?
I like that trade.
That bench, bro. Bench wins championships, bro.
Man, I think they found some not superstars. They found some stars during the playoff, man. So you have DiVincenzo who tore his Achilles. Then you had Ant-Man, that sprained his knee.
Yeah.
But you had dude Ayo, I think his name is, number 13, whatever the case may be. He came off the bench and kind of gave him some good minutes. I think he gave him a 40-piece one of those games, man. Yeah. So it's clear that they have some stars that they just need to bring into the rotation. So I'm not too worried about their bench. Yeah, you lose Nas Reed. That's an average of 15, 16 a game.
And defensive side, he was tall too.
Which is big, and you also lost. What's the other dude that they already got up out of there? The center, he used to play for New York, number 30. I forget his name, but he's no longer a Timberwolf either. So yeah, you lose some offense, but
defense.
Nas Reed was consistent, but I don't think Buddy was consistent. The power forward that they traded for, I I don't think he was consistent. So I mean, we'll see how they mesh.
And
But
then,
I do like the trade, though. I think they won for the most part.
but back to the draft, Caleb Wilson went 4th. Keaton Wagler from Illinois, the guard, went 5th. That was surprising. I know he hooped, but I ain't know he was gonna be 5. You know what I'm saying? Then Michael Brown, Darius Akoff, Kingston Flemings. A lot of the top 10 was kind of like people we knew was gonna go. Nate Amont went 13th. I thought he would have been a lot higher. But yeah, overall, I mean, this was a pretty good draft, like a deep draft. So we'll see how it pans out. You know, the NBA Summer League, stuff like that gonna start. I'll be tuned in to watch a few of the players, but some more movement in the NBA.
Giannis to Miami. What you think about
Miami.
that?
I think the Miami wave over with, bro. Like I think most of the moves happening now with big players that done won in the ring is about the money. I don't think it's about chasing championships anymore. And we talked about that. You know, once you get it, it's like, you for self?
Ooh, my bad. Ooh, what you mean by that?
So there've been a lot of players declining their player options. There've been a lot of players
I'm sorry about that, man.
Bless you. There've been a lot of players declining their player options, been a lot of teams not picking up contracts, people becoming free agents. Those type players, I think they're gonna find somewhere to land where they can fit and still get money. But those big players, they trying to get that bread, bro.
Yeah, speaking of declining contracts, I just saw Draymond Green just opted out his contract too, his player option. So
yep.
I saw some reports saying that not Miami, but Golden State is looking to pursue Anthony Davis, or they're looking to pursue LeBron. But I'm with you, man. I think it's about the money. I think these players understand it in the backstretch of their career.
Yeah, they trying to get that bread.
I think some of them trying to win. I would say some of them are trying to win. I would say Giannis might be one of those that's trying to win. But I don't like the Giannis trade. I don't like it because I feel like, you know, over the last 10 seasons, the NBA has showed us that a superstar is not necessary to win. You feel me? I feel like the wave of like putting superstars on a team that's right there, I think that wave is over. You know, I feel like the last 10 championship teams have been like teams that have been built up and not necessarily with an added superstar.
That's a good point.
So I'm not sure I like that. But then again, this is the time to do it. You have somebody like Bam Adebayo in his prime. You have Wiggins in his prime. You have what's his name? The dude from the Clippers. He played for the Clippers last year. He gave him a good season this year. I think he made his first All-Star. So I mean, this is the time to do it. You have some key pieces. I think they gave up way too much, bro. Tyler Hero is a young up-and-coming star, bro. For you to give up Tyler Hero and like multiple first-round picks, I don't know, man. This kind of reminds me of the Paul George trade. Yeah, they wanted to win now,
bro.
Yeah, they want to win now so bad that you really probably trade away like a future star in a real way and essentially build this next team up, man. I don't like it. I think Milwaukee's future is bright with this trade. I don't really like it for Miami.
So you would say Milwaukee won the trade?
I would say Milwaukee won the trade. It's clear that they're in a rebuild process right now, but I would definitely say Milwaukee won the trade. I just don't. I think Miami just gave up way too much.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. And that's why I say they probably not trying to win. And I ain't gonna say win, but I don't know the rhyme. The writing was on the wall though. We knew Giannis was finna be out of Milwaukee though. The writing was on the wall. When he spoke about the team publicly months ago, like we knew that was coming to an end. It just had to make sense. But Miles Bridges going over to the Blazers with Ja Morant.
You said Miles Bridges from the New York Knicks?
No, not Miles Bridges. I
meant Mikal Bridges?
No, Miles Bridges from who played with Charlotte with LaMelo.
Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't know that. But I like that move. He's a nice up and coming star too. I think he's a guaranteed 20 piece. I think he averaged like 20.
With him and Morant, it's like, yeah, they making some moves. And they just picked Memphis just got Boozer. So who else over there in Portland?
So Portland, they obviously have Dame. They have what's his name, the guard from the Celtics last year, Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
They got him. Who else they got? They got a good like young core, bro. Like I said, first round of the playoffs, I felt like they gave OKC some trouble. I think they won 2 games against OKC, but they competed every single game, right? Two don't feel like a lot in the playoff run, but the competition I saw, bro. So I like their future. And you add 3 solid pieces to their team. Man, I like where Portland is headed, bro.
We'll see. What's going on with the Celtics? Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, they good over there?
Man, they said they trying to move Jaylen Brown. Apparently, so with the going back to the Giannis trade, apparently the Celtics and Miami were both front runners to that trade. And they had packages that they were sending over to the Celtics for that include Jaylen Brown in it, which I'm trying to understand why Jaylen Brown is not the man over Jason Tatum, bro. Because like my thing is like Jaylen Brown is clearly the better player, and you have Jason Tatum coming off a torn Achilles. I don't know if he's gonna go back to himself, but even before he tore his Achilles, I always thought Jaylen Brown was the better of the two players. I just don't understand why Jaylen Brown is not liked, bro.
Yeah. Nah, so I misspoke. Miles Bridges went to the Suns. I was speaking on somebody else over at Portland. But yeah, Jaylen, I think that year Tatum, you know, when Tatum first came in the league, they went to the conference finals versus LeBron now. Or was that finals? That was the conference finals. And then, you know, Tatum got him over the hump to win that championship, bro. I mean, both of them contributed, but Tatum was that boy.
You think Tatum got him over the hump to win that championship?
I think Tatum was that boy, man. Tatum was a.
I don't know.
Well,
bro.
I think you also the perception too. You know, Tatum is more the clean cut. Always got his son out there. The mom be at the games, and you know,
Family
for a
guy.
while, and you know, Steven, they had Jaylen Brown had a bad name for a while. You know what I'm saying? Saying he.
But
was
I'm trying to understand why though.
It was because of talk media, and that's when he had to have that conversation. You know, saying he too smart. Like, what is too smart? Yeah, I ain't gonna let you take advantage of me. Like that type of stuff.
Yeah, because I mean, Jaylen Brown to me has always been a outstanding athlete, and he just have kept basketball as the main thing.
Yeah.
So I don't see why he's not liked. You see what I'm saying? Like it ain't like this NBA player has baby mama drama. It ain't like this NBA player is bringing negative publicity of himself.
They keep
yes, he is outspoken.
Brother. That junk
yeah,
crazy.
He's outspoken, but at the same time, it's not like he's not talking about things that matter. He is tapped into social issues. He calls things out when they're, you know, not right. I'm just trying to understand why he's not liked, though. You see what I'm saying? Compared to other players that are just loved. Ja Morant is loved. And we know Ja Morant's story. We're not trying to bash him, but we know his story. Ant-Man, loved. Every 3 days, this man got a different baby mama drama. You see what I'm saying? You have Zion Williamson. People got love for Zion. Zion cannot stay away from kitchens. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, he also deals with baby mama drama and just kind of like social life issues.
So you know where it stems from?
Don't like
so Jaylen. You know where it stems from? Jaylen Brown be on this podcast and he be talking, and you know they the more you talk, they could take stuff out of context and create narratives. So I guess he was on this podcast saying his best year was the 2025-26 year.
I saw that.
And that's because of Jaylen. What his name was hurt most of the year, right?
Well, that's the implied.
And they say that's what I'm
perception.
saying. Following a 3-1 blown playoff, and they like, how's that your best year when you won a championship another year? And that's when stuff blew up. And then of course, you know, people take the narrative and run with it, and then it go from there. So I don't know if Jason Tatum is on podcast saying stuff like that, or it's just, you know, the less is more. Less is more. The more you say, the more they can take. They can take.
I'm
you know
with
what
you.
I'm saying? So that's why.
Statistically, I get it. I mean, I understood what he was saying when he said it, because in my mind, it's just, he's speaking statistically, right? He goes, I averaged the highest, I was efficient, and I was able, you know, I controlled the game. I was damn near MVP front runner. Like,
but going back to
it
Bruce,
wasn't the best. It wasn't the best season for the team, but it was my individual best season. So
let me ask Bruce and himself. Do you feel like that's selfish?
I do feel like that's selfish because this
Oh,
is not an individual game; it's
okay.
a team game.
I
You
didn't
see what I'm
expect you
saying?
to say that.
Yeah, but two things can be true. It's true, but it's selfish at the
There you
same
go. There
time.
go to Bruce
You
and
see
I
what I'm
know.
saying?
Playing
You
both
see what I'm
sides. There
saying?
go to Bruce and I know.
It's true, but it's selfish at the same time. So two things can be true, fam.
I
We're
got
here
you.
for it.
I
You see
got
what I'm
you.
saying? I think he's just ready for his own team, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. At some point,
So
Lion
he
got to
don't.
roam his own jungle.
So he don't. They don't want the ship. Now he want his. Now he want his own. Okay.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? He trying to be the man. He trying to be the man. He ain't getting the love that Jason Tatum getting. He trying to be the man.
I just know what like. It ain't like the old days, bro. Social media. You got everything happening in your palm of your hand. News alerts. They're getting rid of top players. These first and second picks aren't with franchises no more than 5 years, bro. 4-5 years,
Yeah.
bro.
What
Like,
do you feel like the solution is to that, though?
I'm not saying this. I ain't saying it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I guess if the franchise is winning, they gonna do what's best for them, and if they got the money to afford it. But like you said, the dynamics have changed. The NBA, you don't need a superstar. You could build a team. The Celtics, yes, they had 2 top 3 picks 2 years in a row, but they built the team. Golden State, I don't think none of them was top 5, 10, or Curry. What Curry went at 10? When did Curry go?
I don't remember.
Yeah, so
but he put
what I'm
Davidson
saying,
on the map. People didn't know about the Davidson.
but I was saying they put that team together. Spurs, of course you got Wemby, he alien, but you got a lot of young cats, first year, second year, and they in the championship. Knicks, they built that team, put pieces around. So you're right. Like, I don't really say that a lot, but like you're right.
Yeah, and none of these guys were superstars coming in. To your point, we know Steph Curry as a superstar now, but Steph Curry was drafted. Like he was just the kid from Davidson.
He got hurt.
Like we know Jalen Brunson. We know Jalen Brunson as a superstar now, but when we saw that man get traded from the Mavericks, nobody even thought that Jalen Brunson would be the Jalen Brunson he is right now for New York. You see what I'm saying? So they built these teams, man, and I think that's the wave. Literally, if you look at the last few championships dating back to the last 10, essentially, right? The only one that I remember where you build a team with a superstar was in 2016 when LeBron and K Love teamed up to take down the Golden State Warriors. When LeBron went back to Cleveland, but anything after that, these are just built teams, bro. These weren't, you feel me, no superstar added teams. So I think that's the new wave, man, and I think they're giving too much up to add a superstar to the roster. So I don't like the Giannis trade at all. But
we'll see. There's gonna be a lot of movement going on, bro. I'm just trying to understand all these declines to the player options and people getting that check, bro. I think once somebody even if you're a role player on the team, bro, you trying to get that check and get on up out of there.
But what I must say is I'm surprised all these moves are taking place after the draft, because typically you kind of see a lot of moves take place before the draft.
Well, they had to see who got what and what value they want to give up.
Yeah, it was different. Honestly, seeing all these free agent movement after the draft is different. And let's talk about Draymond opting out.
I seen that.
He left $27 million on the table, and he's gonna become
a free agent.
Like, what's your thoughts on that? Like, what is Draymond's market though?
Me and you was just talking about that a few weeks ago. Remember what we saying? Like, bro, how you can't talk down about your coach when it's the one probably built you, gave you the opportunity. I know Mark Jackson was there, but I'm just saying, like, bro, who wants to bring that type of person to their team? I guess if a team need a young team can use Draymond to be the enforcer, like how Haslam stayed back at the Heat and kind of like regulated through the program. But like, bro, ain't nobody finna be listening to Draymond like that, bro. And what you finna bring to the table? Some text? But he talked too much. He on TV. He got his podcast. Like, he might as well just start moving that way.
To your point, Haslam, his last 3 to 4 years or so were like $5 million deals, $7 million deals, so on and so forth. Draymond just left $27 million on the table. So my question to you is, one, is he gonna get any offers that's gonna come close to that? And two, what team can you see needing him?
That's what I'm saying.
I can't think of one.
I think these young enforcers coming up, Isaiah Stewart, and you got got them people that's just like him coming up. But I don't see him getting that amount of money anywhere else. But as a team that need him, a lot of these young teams, bro. I mean, they might not
Yeah,
win,
they
but
need
like
a
Charlotte,
nice vet.
Sacramento, even the Spurs, if he need to go over there and help out,
Yeah,
to get him over the
I
hump.
I could even see him in Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? There are some teams that are probably right there, and they kind of showed us some fight in the
But he ain't
playoffs
getting no
that I think.
27 million.
Yeah, that's why I don't think he gonna get
These
27.
young
But then
boys
again,
eating.
he's coming from California, so you got state tax
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah,
got
yeah.
you see what I'm saying? So
He
that
could take a
27
little. He
million.
take a little cut, and then you know what I'm saying.
That 27 million, he probably walking away with 13, 14 anyways. You see what I'm
Probably less
saying?
than that. I heard they were breaking it down. I've been watching over the days.
Yeah. So, even if you take, let's say, 18 million in Atlanta or, in Miami where there's no, crazy taxes like California, then I guess it'd be worth it, but he ain't gonna get no 27. I don't see Draymond getting 27, bro. That's crazy work.
Yeah. So what you think he should have taken? That writing was on the wall there too. Once
To be honest with you, I
once
think
Steve Kerr started coming back, we knew he was coming back. I'm like, bro, he done dug himself in a hole.
See, that's what I was getting at. I think he had no option but to opt out. I think that relationship came to a head, and I think that was the only option he really had is to opt out. You see what I'm saying? Like saying what he said, and Steve Kerr being fed up with his antics too. I mean, even when he took certain texts last year, like the camera panning on Steve Kerr, you kind of see how his reaction is, bro. Like, you doing too much, dog.
He ain't trying to have a headache another
yeah,
year,
he
bro.
ain't trying to deal with that. So I think he had no choice but to opt out. But hey, I'm interested to see where he goes, man. I don't see anybody picking him up and matching that 27. But
Right.
You never know. Some team might get desperate. Washington Wizards might get desperate. Ain't no telling.
Like I said, like he probably still has a place in the league for sure, but not 27 million worth.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Let's jump to football a little bit, man. Brandon Ayuk acting crazy out here, man. What's your thought of this man? And what the hell does he have going on? I'm confused as to what he got going on.
My first thing be like, there's a difference between somebody you can kind of see on drugs or something that's controlling their mind versus like an outspoken guy. Like Chauncey Gardner, came from Florida. He Florida baby, he's just he just outspoken. You know what I'm saying? He ain't fried. He ain't like, he just is what it is type of guy.
You talking about the former Eagle safety?
Yeah. So you know him. He's just a straightforward guy gonna speak his mind. I don't think he got really nothing medically going on versus like when some of these players be spazzing out and talking crazy, it be something else going on, bro. Especially if they never done it before. Like, you know how.
So you feel like that's what you get from Brandon Ayuk right now?
I feel like it's something else going on, bro. And that's, now granted, some people just weird. And you won't know they weird until they start speaking. But some people, like I said, Gardner Johnson, like he been who he is since Florida days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like Brandon Ayuk probably could have been fried a long time ago. We just didn't know until he started speaking. But I think something be up, bro. I think maybe something be up, bro.
Yeah, I don't know much about the Brandon Ayuk situation. I actually don't even know why he was mad because I'm like, last I heard, San Fran paid him, right? And, I'm like, I know this was before he got hurt, actually.
Yeah.
San Fran's paid him, then he got hurt. Really didn't, they really didn't get no return on investment on him. And to be honest with you, last I heard is he was missing team meetings and stuff like that while he was essentially recovering. And San Fran, what they did as a result of that, started voiding some of his guaranteed and stuff like that. And that's kind of how we got here, right? His contract started getting voided. Aspects of his contract started getting voided is what I understand. And now he's just pissed at the organization. Yeah, I'm like, bro, if you're not showing up to meetings and you under contract, what you mad about?
It said it started with his former agent pretty much had influence on his situation with the GM, John Lynch. And it says in a 3.5-minute video, Ayuk insisted that his relationship with the 49ers will never be repaired. And he has no plans to return to the team. So he said, we is not cool. We won't be cool. Like, whatever he had going on with them, you know what I'm saying? It put a bad disdain in his mouth. Like, he just, he fed up. So that's why I say it's a little bit of like, maybe you got pushed to a point where you got to speak out. It may not be no drugs or anything else related, but he feel like he being screwed over, and he voicing himself.
But that's the thing. So, and that's where I think something's up top.
Got you. Right.
Because, yeah, he's doing a lot of being vocal, but he's not vocalizing anything. Like, you ever met somebody who do a lot of talking, but they ain't saying nothing?
I know exactly what you mean, bro.
Every time he gets on social media, he doing a lot of talking, but he ain't saying nothing. Now, like, the fact that we still don't know what he's mad at, I'm confused. Like, he doing a lot of talking, but ain't saying nothing, bro.
At the end of the day, I think players need to realize when you doing this in an organization, how does that look for other teams that may want to get you, bro? Like, if I'm a GM or a team or head coach, you know, people do be in some messed up situations. So sometimes it's understandable why somebody's spazzing out or don't. But like, remember when AB spazzed out in the Raiders, and then he got picked up by Tom? But you know, you had an influence from Tom, who was pretty much over at the Bucks. In hindsight, it worked out. They went, they went and won a Super Bowl, blah blah blah. But like, I think you got to be mindful, bro, when you're doing all this. These other teams, like, would you want to deal with a player like that?
I'm with you. That's kind of the point I was getting ready to make too, because it's just like a child, man. When a child is kicking and screaming and throwing a fit because they're not getting what they want, you have the option to do one of two things. You give the child what they want so they can shut up, or you not give the child what they want and you allow them to continue kicking and screaming. But if you give that child what they want just to shut up, you got to keep in mind that you're now setting the standard that it's okay to kick and scream to get what you want, or enough kicking and screaming will eventually get you what you want. So you got to be very cautious on how you move with this. And I think a lot of teams are seeing that, right? Like how he's portraying or speaking out against San Francisco is not something that teams want to deal with, nor is it healthy for a locker room. You see what I'm saying? And Brandon Ayuk, like, he had one good 1,000-yard season, but he ain't that guy.
Hey, he signed a 4-year, $120 million contract extension in August 2024. And I think I also read that he pretty much was saying he fired his agent. John Lynch came to his house to apologize, but then they're saying there's no evidence that John Lynch was ever there. So that's why you're saying up top, I don't know what's going on with the man. But 4 years, $120 million. I mean, he made, after that 4 years up, that boy might have to consider a lot, because, you know, or depending on what's guaranteed.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's a mental health thing with Brandon Ayuk.
Because he tore his ACL and MCL, and that's what you were saying. He ain't participate in mandatory rehab, so they start messing with his guaranteed money.
Yeah, which makes sense, bro. At the end of the day, it's a business, right? And I hate to say it like this, but you're a commodity. You see what I'm saying? If we actually are paying you for goods and services, and you're not providing said goods and services, then we're going to go ahead and withdraw the money that we're paying you. That's just how business works. You see what I'm saying? I'm confused as to why he's confused. Like, if all you have to do is mandatory rehab. I'm confused
why he confused.
If all you got to do is mandatory rehab just to continue getting paid, because we all know you got hurt and you got hurt on the job, that ain't no different than workman's comp, essentially, right? You got hurt on the job, and as long as you show up and do what you need to do, we gonna continue paying you. But if you ain't trying to do that, my boy, you ain't getting paid. What's the issue? Why are you confused?
You seen the memes when they talk about New York Knicks finally won a championship? Now it's time for the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, I said that myself. I actually posted that on Facebook.
But look though, remember we was here for the Micah Parsons trade. We're trying to see if that's gonna pan out. I want to see if Green Bay you feel me? Because I think at that time you said they won that trade. You saying you think he was worth it?
What, Green Bay?
At the time when they got him.
Yeah, I still think Green Bay won that trade, man. I think defense, adding pieces to your defense, especially that defensive line, man, you can never go wrong against that, bro. Because if you have a weak pass rush, it exposes every aspect of your defense, right? It's going to expose that corner play. It's going to expose the linebacker play. When you give a quarterback too much time to make a decision, bro, it's never going to work out in your favor. So when you can upgrade a D-line And you can't go wrong with that. Same thing with like the Chargers, right? I feel like the Chargers gave too much up for Myles Garrett. But when you upgrade that D line like that, bro, it's hard to hate on that, bro. And so I still think Green Bay won that, but I still don't think the Cowboys is about to match what the New York Knicks just did. That ain't happening.
My thing is, at what type of time frame would you give a trade to see if it panned out or not? And a follow-up question: Does the championship determine that outcome? Bless you.
Ooh, my bad.
Bless you.
Oh, I'm feeling under the weather right now. But
I don't know what you got going on.
I seasoned some chicken. I got that bad boy bacon, and ever since I seasoned that chicken earlier, my nose been
what's
clogged
the saying? If you ain't it ain't seized if you ain't sneezing.
Is that the saying?
You know, yeah. If you ain't sneezing, it ain't seasoned.
Well, I guess that bad boy season, because I've been sneezing ever since, and I did this at like 11 o'clock this morning.
But yeah, you finna be eating straight seasoning.
But yeah, I think the epitome of if a trade panned out, it's kind of like longevity, bro. It's longevity of winning matters, bro. I don't think a championship only speaks to
3 good winning seasons and never got over the hump. That shit don't mean nothing no more, bro. Coaches getting fired, players getting moved, GMs out of there, bro. Winning is the name of the game, bro. If you ain't winning, you losing.
Okay,
simple as
so
that.
I'm gonna give you. We're gonna compare a trade right now, right?
Oh, to Brunson and Kyrie.
No. We're gonna keep it at football.
Okay.
Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff. When Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff got traded for each other, Matthew Stafford won the chip the very next season. But the Detroit Lions went from a laughing stock to being a threat in the NFC, right? So who would you say won that trade?
Shit off rip. Whoever got the championship the next year. Nigga, like, ain't no comparing. Now we passed that year. But, bro, to win a championship the very next year, yeah, I won. But it made sense.
Because since that trade, the Chargers did win the championship. However, the Detroit Lions has won more games. So you think the championship is who defines who won the trade?
Would you rather have more games or the Super Bowl champions? Be the Super Bowl champions.
I think.
Here you go, bro. Here you go with that bullshit.
No, hear me out. I'm thinking logically, bro.
No, you ain't thinking logically.
I am, bro. I am. Hear me out when I say this, bro. Hear me out as I outline this point. Detroit Lions was probably in a position where they were selling tickets for hot dogs and cheeseburgers, bro. Like, they probably weren't making any money off ticket sales, right? So if you can turn that organization around and get butts in seats, from a business standpoint, that's still a good outcome.
You always separate it. Yeah. Everything is a business.
The name of the game is still, profit margin, right? So for Jared Goff and all the picks that they had come with Jared Goff to actually start putting butts in seats now, and now they could, move their ticket prices to a whole different level.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's a loss necessarily.
I hear what
because
you're saying.
From a business standpoint, they still are capitalizing.
I'm gonna make it very simple for you. Do you think the Detroit Lions rather have a Super Bowl right now or more wins?
Shit, I think it depends. From a team perspective. From a team perspective, I would say fans would rather have a Super Bowl.
The team would rather have a Super Bowl too.
No, from an ownership perspective, if you tell me that, hey, I'm going to make a guaranteed $1.5 billion return on investment year over year versus a Super Bowl ring, bro, I'm going to take that
let's talk about
return on investment. You see what I'm saying? Come on,
bro.
What are you talking about?
That year that they win the Super Bowl would have been a part of that investment.
Yeah, but that's a one-time investment, bro. But let's say
think about it. You make the trade. Say you win not the next year, the year after that, right? You say it's been growing every year. Yeah. That mean you win it. The first year you might not have won. The second year you won a little bit more, kind of how the Knicks was. First round, second round, conference finals. Now it's a championship, right? The ultimate goal is the championship. So you saying Detroit would rather, they've been growing the last couple years. but they haven't won a Super Bowl. You don't think they'll replace one of those years with a Super Bowl and you still getting the money?
I think it's who you talk to, bro. You got to keep in mind, ownership's bottom line is not the same as a fan's bottom line.
Think about it. So Super Bowl brings in money in the current season and the following season. Because if you win the Super Bowl, the next year the anticipation is back. Like, we fresh off. We're the defending champions until someone else isn't, right? So that season, more season ticket holders, more sales, more jersey sales. This all generates revenue. This all ties back to the money, which is your point.
Listen, I don't think I not understand you, if that makes sense. I understand you, bro.
Bro, I made the question so simple for you. They're winning. Do you think they rather just be winning or be winning with the Super Bowl?
It depends on who you ask, bro.
Bro, if you're talking about just money, the Super Bowl bringing more money.
Not necessarily, because the thing about it is consistent wins. Like I said, since the Jared Goff trade, the Detroit Lions have won more games than the Rams, right? The fact that you can have your average ticket price.
So you're saying that hindsight is slowing down. I get what you're saying. Like, after the Super Bowl happened, now you're saying Rams on a decline while Detroit's still on an incline. That's what you're saying.
That's all I'm saying
is, in the midst of that incline, do you think the owners would have rather had a Super Bowl? That's all I'm saying.
No, I don't think. If you're asking me about the owners specifically, no, because that doesn't behoove their bottom line. If you're telling me about the fan base, yes, I think the fan base would rather celebrate the Super Bowl. But like I said, it depends on who you ask it. Because from an ownership perspective, hey, I was able to draft great players. We got Gibbs out of this trade. We have Williams out of this trade. We locked in Jared Goff to a long-term deal. We got Hutchinson. Like, all this was the result of this trade, right? So this guarantees income for at least the next 7 years.
I'm gonna pull a you on you. Two things can be true. Yes. Yes. Though they were able to do that. What I'm saying is, in the midst of that, you're trying to tell me they rather not have had a Super Bowl in the midst of all this.
We have to define the day.
The team, the players, the coaches, the GM.
What I'm telling you
is
the fans, the GM, the people who actually benefit on the bottom dollar and the bottom line. No, it doesn't benefit them to get a one-time Super Bowl and be good for 2 seasons. It actually benefit them quite the opposite, to get the draft pick and be good for the next 7-8 seasons. But I think financially,
I think if you're saying just get rid of the decline, because I think you're saying the Rams start declining after they won the Super Bowl. So in essence, more. So I get what you're saying. The financial part, they'll get more money over the span of years. So I'm with you on that. All I'm saying is throw in the Super Bowl in the midst of this. I'm sure they'll want it. That's the goal.
That's what I'm saying, though. Who's going to say no to a Super Bowl? If you're talking about just a throw-in, yes. But if you ask me who won that trade, it really depends on who you're looking at. From a fan base perspective. You're looking at it
from the after effects of it declining. That's crazy.
From a fan base perspective, I think the Rams won that trade because that fan base was able to get a Super Bowl, and the timing was perfect. They built a new stadium. Like, everything about LA was rocking, and the fans had to experience that.
That year they won.
From a GM perspective,
all right,
the Detroit Lions secured their future, and that trade changed their organization.
How we know this year they ain't gonna be trash and not make the playoffs this year? Then we'll be talking next year and be like, bro, they had a good 3 years. That 7-8 I was talking about, the rest of it trash.
We don't know, but the likelihood of that happening is very slim to none.
Man, stuff people trade all the time. People win Super Bowl, bro. The same teams was winning, bro. Kansas City, Philly, going. Seahawks won this year. I don't think they're gonna return. So let's just get that out of there. It's gonna be a new champion this year.
Yeah.
49ers, we had our little run. We couldn't get over the hump. Lamar Jackson them was damn near close a lot of the years. Couldn't get over the hump. So
yeah,
they're the same few teams, bro.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited for football season. To be honest with you, this summer,
me, college football. I love college football. Gators, we making moves, baby.
You know, the summers are typically boring after after the NBA season, but you got a FIFA World Cup right now, man, and I've been tuned into that, bro.
I've been watching the same movies over and over on TV, bro.
You ain't been tuned in for FIFA?
Nah, because bro, I don't have the wherewithal to watch soccer, bro. Highlights, bro.
Nigga,
it be too long, bro.
Germany just lost just now and
Yeah.
penalty shootout, bro.
Oh.
I was on the edge of my couch watching that joint.
No, wait.
Bro.
Ain't it say it's 1-1? 1-1?
They lost in penalty shootouts. They lost against
Oh.
Paraguay.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Why I say
Man, that penalty shootout was like incredible, bro. They lost six
that's
penalties.
exciting. That's exciting. Those be exciting. Watching the game while the attempt's the best part of it. I'd rather watch it down when it's in the wire, like towards the end. If it's a tie game, ain't nothing too crazy.
Bro, I've been locked in, man. I became a soccer fan over the last few weeks, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What Haiti talking about?
Haiti eliminated. They ain't talking about a goddamn thing. Them niggas lost
Back
3
to
games.
America. Bruh.
3 games, but shout out to the Zoes, man.
We talked about
it
last
always
time.
rep Haiti, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to the Zoes, man. But yeah, I'm surprised you ain't been watching it, man.
Brazil beat Japan.
I saw that. Brazil beat Japan. I was watching these games. I haven't missed a soccer game yet, bro.
Netherlands and Morocco play tonight at 9.
They play, bro, I'm 8 my time. I'm locked in. Bro, when I tell you I'm locked in this FIFA, bro, I'm locked in.
I might tune in for a little bit, dog.
Bro, this is the crazy thing, bro. I was telling somebody about this. This is the hardest pause in pause history.
Bro, just you saying that was a pause. Bro, just you saying that was a pause, bro.
There's no Diddy in no Diddy history, bro. Bro, watching the games, bro, like, I'm fascinated by how much stamina these dudes have running across this soccer field for 90 minutes.
Who that I was talking about, bro?
I'm like,
stamina in soccer is different from... Oh, we talked about track running and stamina in soccer.
Bro, this is different, bro. Like, these dudes, and I'm talking about they booking it, you see what I'm saying? And granted, they're catching their breath in between, like, passes and stuff like that, but, man, these dudes are hustling consistently. And I'm like, bro, even when they plant, bro, once again, no Diddy. Pause. Calves. The leg definition, bro. The definition when they do these slow motion in these dudes' legs, and they ain't got no upper body. They just got a crazy lower body. I'm like, yo, these dudes are world-class athletes, bro. So it's dope watching it, bro. No Diddy, bro. It's dope watching it.
Nah. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, bro. I'm gonna tune into a few games.
Yeah, you got to give it a shot, man.
Yeah, we'll talk about that, man. What else been going on? Some sad news, man, in the NFL with Chris Johnson.
Yeah, man, I saw that today, man. Chris Johnson, CJ2K for Titans fans and any fan of football. Diagnosed with ALS in 2025, and he was on Good Morning America. He had an interview with Michael Strahan. His wife was by his side. But it was so sad to kind of see him because the last time I saw CJ2K, he was on the I Am Athlete episode 4 years ago. And man, he looked healthy. He looked like he was in good spirits. So to see him like in the condition that he was in today, when the interview released, I'm like, bro, this is super sad, bro. And ALS is a disease I couldn't say I know too much about, but over the last 4 hours, I'm realizing that, it's a neuro disease, right? It attacks your nervous systems and stuff like that. And essentially it attacks your spinal cord, your brain. And essentially it cripples you, literally cripples you. Everything goes away. Your brain forgets how to do things. You have strength loss and muscle and stuff like that, man. And I'm like, I was even looking at it, life expectancy behind that. And they said 2 to 5 years after you get diagnosed. And it's a rapid decline. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
People's average life is 2 to 5 years. So I'm like, because I've heard of ALS before with Stephen
Remember the
Hawkins.
ALS challenge? Remember they was doing the challenge?
Yeah, I remember
the ice
that.
bucket and all that. So that's when I first heard about it.
So Stephen Hawkins is how I heard of ALS before because he was famous and he was, everywhere. And I didn't know it was that detrimental because he lived to be he lived 50 plus years after he was diagnosed. But apparently that was such a big anomaly in that space. Man, it's just sad to kind of see CJ going out like that, man. And I don't even know how to feel.
Yeah, me too. It's sad because he was so vibrant, and you know what I'm saying, a ball of energy. He got his kids and stuff, you know what I'm saying, got them involved in sports, and his wife, his girl or whatever, and yeah, man, it just looked looked defeated, but in high spirits, you know.
Yeah.
So
And it's
shouts out to
interesting
him,
how
man.
they had the technology where he was able to
Yeah,
essentially
I didn't
look
get it.
into.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's kind of how Stephen Hawking was too. Like he had the technology where he was able, not necessarily typing. I think he's watching a keyboard and he's speaking through that, and it's still his voice. It's still I
his
understand
persona.
How
he was responding. I thought it was like pre-recorded, and if they asked the questions, he can. So in real time, he was responding by looking at.
Yeah. To my understanding, that's what was taking place, man.
Crazy, bro.
Technology is crazy, man, and I'm glad that they're bringing awareness to it because right now there's no cure to something like this, right?
Man,
and that's what awareness
to a lot of
does.
things, and the fact that we spend millions and billions of dollars in the cancer research and all this type of things, bro. I just don't get it, bro.
Yeah, man, it was sad, bro. It was definitely something that I didn't expect to see that on my timeline today.
Correct, yeah.
So it took me off guard, and like this is not somebody you hear about. This is somebody you watch, right? You watch football and the prime of your life, and you're seeing like people that you kind of admire their body of work. You see their life being affected by certain things, man. It's just so sad, bro.
Yeah, man. So shout out to CJ, man. Florida boy.
Yeah.
Hope everything get better for him.
Man, one thing I loved about CJ is the what is it? Chopper City Jewel. Whenever he would score a touchdown.
Yeah, he was lit, man. He was lit. I was just watching an interview where they said he said when he was getting drafted, they told him to cut his dreads and take his goals out. He ain't gonna be in the league
he said he wanted to be him.
Yeah, he wanted to be him, man. So shout out to CJ, man. Chris Johnson, I hope it gets better. Condolences. Like, get well, man. Hopefully this might be the time. Can find a cure and turn it around,
Yeah, and like I said, awareness is so important, bro. Because oftentimes when people say we're bringing awareness to something, people don't understand the importance of that. But maybe it's something that other people are doing, although it's not clinically proven or scientifically proven yet. Maybe something that other countries are doing from a remedies or practice perspective to slow the progression of the disease down. So being able to learn about that, and we all learn about the disease together while somebody we love is suffering from it, I think that's so important. That's the importance of awareness.
For sure. My thing is like a lot of time with football players, the biggest thing was CTE or brain trauma, this and that, and went to the ALS. I think that's another prominent one, I would say, or it's coming about. But like you said, awareness, understanding what's going on, and you know what I'm saying. Whatever somebody can do to try to prevent it, you know what I'm saying. We need to get that information out there for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, it may not even be football related, man. I think a lot of people jump into that because of the sport. Yeah, because I mean, you have people who are living normal lives that, unfortunately get diagnosed with ALS, and they, it gets the best of them. But I've never heard anybody living their normal lives just getting CTE for real. You see what I'm saying? So I think some things we can directly link to the sport of football, but other things, man, it's just how the dice roll, bro. It's just how the dice roll, and I hate the fact that he's already in like a vegetable stage, and he's only 39, bro. Only 39.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Man. So shout out to him, man. Prayers with CJ2K, you know what I'm saying? He the only one that done it, 2,500 plus rushing yards, right?
Yeah, and he held the record at the combine
40,
for what 18 years until who broke
Xavier
it?
Worthy?
Xavier Worthy broke it from the Kansas City Chiefs.
I think the wind was helping him out. Jit was flying. Jit was probably 130 pounds.
Yeah, so it's man, he was a tremendous athlete, bro. And most people, I don't know, the 25-yard season is like that. Numbers don't justify how great that was. You got to keep in mind, he did that. I think it was still 15, 16 game NFL seasons. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
And it was a lot of yak, too. Yards after.
After contact.
After contact, that boy was getting up out of there.
Yeah, and he wasn't a big back, bro. It ain't like
that's what I'm saying.
He had Adrian Peterson size. It ain't like he had Mike Allstott size. I mean, he was just tough, bro. He was just a tough running back, man. So, man, I hate to see it.
So what we looking forward to this week, man? World Cup, you said FIFA, we finna tune in.
The round of 16 is after The end of this week. So right now we're in the round of 32 teams, and it's win or go home, man. I think USA play on Wednesday. Tonight, obviously, you said Morocco playing. I forget who Morocco play, but yeah, it's win or go home right now, man. Round of 32 right now. Next week, round of 16. So I'm
Morocco
just
play
looking
the
forward to it.
Netherlands.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, Houston is one of these host places, though. So I might pop out to one of these
Bro, they
fan
down
fests.
south too.
Yeah. So they have like fan fest in like the local
Yeah.
city, and essentially it's just like the fans of whoever teams that are playing, they actually go to the city and they just party. It's free entry and everything, but
Oh, that's what's
obviously
up.
they're charging buku money for food and beverages, so that's how they're making
They
their
gonna
money
get
on
you
the back
some way.
end.
Yeah, and then I'm
Yeah.
gonna tune in to the NBA Summer League, July 9th through the 19th in Vegas. And some early events in California and Utah. So they're gonna be all over. First, second week of July. So tune into some sports. Looking forward to college football. We'll probably talk about that next as it gets closer to that time frame.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it's been another one, man. Getting caught up. Y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. AMB Mobcast. We out.
We out, baby.